Hello, and welcome to HRBC show called Let's Talk. Before we start today's show, I got a couple of things for you. First, we send out emails through Constant Contact to the email addresses that you have provided for us. Well, for the members that have joined our organization, we send emails out. So it's very important that you let us know if you have not received any emails from us through Constant Contact, because that is how we are going to send your ballot to vote. So if you haven't received any emails, just let us know. I mean, you can contact us here. You can email hrbc@HamptonRoadsBlackCaucus.com, but you really got to let us know now that you haven't received any emails from us so that we can ensure that when it's time to vote, you get that ballot. Now, we must admit that Portsmouth has a lot going on lately. Today, we're talking to the grassroots organization Unseen Tears, Mr. Cedric Cradle, to learn about all the things they do to help the city through the pain. Let's talk. You want to tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Cedric Cradle. I'm the co-founder of Unseen Tears with me and my brother Hector Stallings. We started the group because of the onslaught of violence that was happening in the city, and we wanted to do something. We needed to do something for the parents. So, and that's what we did. We just started. We started with portraits, giving away portraits to the families of the deceased, and it was cool. And then we wanted to do more because we seen the portraits were actually affecting them. They were intrigued, and they loved the portraits. And first of all, they were free, and we give them to any family. So we just started doing more and more.
Awesome. Okay. Tell us about Unseen Tears. What is it?
Unseen Tears, it came about, we believe in, we're a faith-based organization. We believe that God is all around and is ever present. And we believe that when the parents are crying, when the funerals are over and when they're home alone, and people forget about their unseen tears. And that's what it came about. That's how it started. Me just sitting around thinking about how the families are feeling after everybody's gone away. And even speaking with a lot of mothers. And that's how they felt. They felt like nobody cared. They felt alone. They felt they couldn't voice their opinion to people. They just felt trapped. And Unseen Tears came about with a thought. And I told my brother, and I wanted to do something for the mothers and their families, and that's how it was born. It was born on just having a conversation, but God put it in my spirit, and that's how it was born. Unseen Tears was born from the portraits that we do.
Okay, so other than the portraits, what else do you guys?
Right now, like I said, we started with giving out the portraits, and then we started advocating. And we started going out to the city hall and the city council meetings, advocating for safety for some of these areas that the crimes are happening in, high crime areas. So we said, you know what? Instead of doing a whole bunch of talking, we started a support group for the mothers and the families that we have every third Wednesday of the month. We've had 6 so far. We started in February. So we actually hold a support group from 6 to 8 every month for any parent that wants to come out. And then we've had several attendees, and especially families, even children of some of the deceased, come out and be able to tell their truth and be able to talk some of the things out that they're experiencing, where there's no areas where that they can do that at. A lot of them are dealing with a lot of mental health issues as far as because of these crimes, and those are the people that we forget. So we also, like I said, we do we meet every third Wednesday of the month, and we also provide resources where we connect them with mental health counseling, support, and social services. We're having a couple of issues now with that, but again, because a lot of cities say they do certain things, but when you challenge them to do what they say they do, they don't do it. The resource is not there. So it's basically a counseling session for a lot of our mothers, and we have several mothers that attend every month. So, and we also help out with if there's any issues with burial arrangement, we connect them with the Victims' Rights Fund, where they can, if they don't have money for burial expenses, there's a fund set up for the state of Virginia. Where you fill out an application, as long as the person hadn't been a part of their death or didn't cause of it, there are funds set up. So we connect them with the application, and we help them through the process, where that's not even our job. There should, again, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Commonwealth Attorney, and I think they have a liaison who does that, and she's pretty good, Miss Hinton. But again, a lot of families never knew that resource was there, so they struggled with some of them struggle with burying some of their children. A couple of them don't even have headstones for their children. So we're in the process of we identified 4 families, so we're in the process of trying to raise money to help some of the families get headstones for some of their deceased relatives.
Okay. What made you, well, you already told me, what made you want to create the program? So we can skip that question. How do you feel about the current state of affairs in the city?
The current state of affairs in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, most people know that my response is going to be, the proof is in the pudding. You can see what's going on. I believe everything starts from the top down. I believe that, I'm not saying that the city council or nobody at the top has caused any of the violence, but when you see your city being ran by some of the leadership that's being ran by you, it doesn't surprise you why your city is in an uproar, because nobody can agree to disagree on what to put in place. Everybody wants to be the one to say, I did it, or wants to be the lead, instead of 7 people coming to a consensus that we all need to come as one when it comes to our citizens, and that's not happening. So again, what I think about the city, I think we're in trouble. I really think we're in trouble. But again, I like giving people the benefit of the doubt with the new interim chief, Mr. Chief Jenkins, and even the new city manager, Ms. Chapman, and she came out to one of our meetings the past week. And again, it's easy to say things, but it's harder to do what you say what you're going to do. And but we got to give, these guys hadn't been in position but a month, and we don't have no choice but to give them a chance. We forced. It's like our hands is forced.
Yeah.
But I don't want to harp on the past. But if we don't do something immediately, remember we have almost, I think, 23 or 24 deaths in our city, and we had almost 36 at the end of last December, and we had one murder December 31st of last year that made us 36. So we don't get ahead of the game. It's like waiting around to see who next going to be a victim. So that's why I say we're in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So if you had to endorse someone for city council, 3 people, who would you endorse?
You want me to be honest?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
Gotta
gonna
be
be honest.
honest.
With all those candidates that they have out there, I probably wouldn't vote for. I wouldn't vote. I wouldn't vote for neither one of them.
You wouldn't vote at all?
I would. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I would vote for Moody just to keep the playing field fair. I'm gonna be honest. It just sounds crazy, but he hadn't did nothing to me, and it just seems that he keeps the balance. If he wasn't there, it would be maybe a 5-2 or 6-1. A lot of people see. I don't worry about what nobody done in their past, even though sometimes your parents can carry over. But based on what I've seen, he's been failed recently. You know what I'm saying? So again, it sounds facetious, but it's just like when the presidency was when we had those two candidates for presidents, you had the good versus evil. You got to figure out who you're gonna vote for.
Yeah, yeah.
And even in this election and the past election, you had to choose. I'm at a crossroads right now because none of the candidates, and I would love to have them come to one of our support group meetings and talk to the parents, but none of them have had a platform prior to this year dealing with gun violence. You can't tell me one of them, or they can show me something that they've done statistically that yielded any results. None of the candidates. The only one that's rerunning is maybe Moody. And again, I'm not saying his record may be the best, but the other candidates out there, my thing is prove to the people, show us what you've done. So again, we'll be going into the same situation in November that we're experiencing now. Unexperienced people.
Mm-hmm.
Show me the experience. If somebody can show me where these people are experiencing what they do,
mm-hmm.
I could give you an answer on the other two candidates that I can vote for. But Moody right now, again, he just seems to be the tiebreaker. Well, he's not a tiebreaker now, but if you lose him, and then you put two more people that are, I guess they call them in the Four Horsemen. They even got a name now.
Yeah,
they done gave them a name. They gave them guys a name.
The Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen. That's not a positive thing to me.
Yeah,
that's nothing positive. So again, I don't know nobody on the ballot that's shown on the record where they've proven that they're for economic development, social injustice. Well, some of them may be more the social injustice because of what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Because I knew this was going to happen because I said it last year. Every candidate for this that's coming up, they're going to be running off of gun violence. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying something on gun violence because that's the topic. Mm-hmm. But we need to know, how are we going to create the vacuum of taking that violence away from our city? What are we going to put in place? And they can talk it, but where does your record show that you've done it? None of them can show you that. Mm-hmm. Not one. And if I'm wrong, I mean, I stand to be corrected. So that's where I stand on that.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What ideas do you have that can stop the violence in our city?
There's several methods that I think that can happen. And first off, it's one that I addressed prior to all this nonsense taking place in our cities, is the crime prevention plan. The crime prevention plan that we are under is a joke. Mm-hmm. You can't have a city with this much violence and don't have some things in place mm-hmm. to prevent what is happening. And I'm not talking about a working document, because that's what they say, it's a working document. We have to have proven things that can work. Second thing I would say, why in the city of Portsmouth of our majority of our lights don't have the working cameras? Mm-hmm. What about CCTV? Mm-hmm. We've already identified the high crime. They have a picture in the past, and I wish I would have brought it, but I didn't. In the past crime prevention plan, where they have identified where so many murders happen. Mm-hmm. They have a body and they have a street and they have them allocated on a map. Why haven't we put cameras in those high crime areas? There's multiple murders in certain areas. But guess what? They've never done it. We don't have license plate readers in high crime areas. Why haven't we done it? It don't take much. But again, they're more concerned about things that tangible things that are not yielding results instead of the things that can be put in place to be preventive. CCTVs are preventive. How you know? Look at New York. They caught a couple of crimes that would, if they didn't have cameras, some of those guys would have went, unknown who did it. But cameras, and I know it sounds facetious, but if we don't get control of trying to police at that level, at another level, because we can't depend on the police. Not saying that they're not needed, but we got to have them in areas where they can't be 24/7 because we don't have enough. And what better than have CCTVs to help and assist until we get our police department up to the numbers that we need. And if we need people to man those cameras, okay, you don't have enough officers anyway. So there's money aside for officers. So use that so that you can have trained the people that can hold those positions to monitor CCTVs. This don't take a rocket scientist, but they're not concerned to me, because I would have put cameras in those high crime areas immediately. Mm-hmm. I would have put license plate readers in those areas immediately if they would really want to change some things. But again, some of these guys, I can't call them heartless, but when it's not on your door, when death knocks on your door, and when somebody, the police department or whoever has to come and notify you that you lost a child because your child went to go get some ice cream, or your child was coming from Applebee's, or your child was in Norfolk going to have a good time because they was off work and they get killed, then we'll see a little bit more change in the response of the people. But other than that, I don't see them changing, because the people that are up there, it's like they have a blank stare when you go up there. It's like, hurry up and finish whatever you're saying. So again, that's number 2. Number 3, I think that it's one of the poorest cities in the 757. So what about jobs? What about there are no job placements programs in Portsmouth? None. I'm not talking about unemployment. I'm talking about places where you can get training. There's none of no trade. And I'm a proponent of trade schools. I'm a real proponent, because again, it's people making more money than me and you that are electricians, that are plumbers, that are quality control inspectors, making more money. And all you got to do is go on Indeed and see the money they're paying these tradesmen. But why don't we have these things in place? Because where you have low socioeconomic people, you have crime. This is nothing new to us. This study has been going on for a long time. So those are my three components. And also, we already know safety is number 1. And I don't have to keep talking about we need more police officers, because we already know that. There's no need to discuss that, because we know that's high priority. I don't have to come in there like a politician and say, we need police and we need the police. I don't need to say that.
Yeah.
The 4th thing is, we need our Commonwealth attorney to start prosecuting better a lot of these cases. Did you know that I think there were 22 people charged with a homicide, and I think they may either not have been convicted or was put on house arrest or didn't get, it's a lot. We just went to a trial recently. I just went to a trial recently. And I'm not going to say the trial. It was in Portsmouth. Do you know that during the trial, they didn't have enough jurors? Well, somebody identified a juror in the pool in the 12. They didn't have any alternate jurors, or somebody dropped the ball on the alternates. So guess what they had to do? A mistrial on a murder case. Unheard of. This was this week in Portsmouth, Virginia. But you don't hear about this stuff.
So we need everybody to fill out their card so that they can be jurors.
That's right.
So that we can stop.
Hold on, Nina. There were over 40 jurors being selected. They only, from what my understanding, they just dropped the ball on as far as letting the alternate or whomever know that they supposed to either stayed or they weren't there. So when the mother identified a juror, you have to be removed. But I don't have it for all the details, but There should have been an alternate somewhere
Yeah.
in replace of that juror. And because of that, they had a mistrial on a murder charge. Did you hear me?
Mm.
So the mother is hysterical because she's been waiting 3 years for this trial on both ends. So here we go again. And we were there for the mother. So now the mother's being tormented again.
Mm.
And the prosecutor will come in there and say, we're sorry, but such and such knew the juror. Okay, what are the alternates?
Yeah.
This is something that this is nothing hard.
Yeah.
And that's the question I asked her. Why didn't you address that before we started trial? And they give you the bait and switch answers that don't have no substance. But again, because of the citizens in Portsmouth they think are ignorant or poor, they're not going to fight the way they would fight in Virginia Beach or in these high society cities.
Yeah.
So again, we have a problem at the top. And again, I'm not talking about none of our judicial system, but if you were there, you would be upset. Because when other cases, I've seen people have trials and they have too many jurors, 16 jurors. They want to make sure we get this right. But you telling me that y'all had a mistrial because of juror? And again, I think that the Commonwealth Attorney, again, is not doing their job. They're not doing their job on a lot of these cases. Yeah, they're not. A lot of people, murders are going non-process. Your witness protection program, that's my fifth thing. That's another thing. Our witness protection program is important. It's horrible. That's why the people ain't saying nothing. Mm. The police know 90% of the murders. The police department know 90% of who killed some of these people. But guess what? Nobody's going to say nothing. Mm. That is your problem. We're looking for this magical solution. We're looking for the Harvard Institute study. Mm-hmm. We're looking for this. We're looking for that. It's not that. Mm. Mm. But again, I'm on the ground. So people holler, and again, a lot of organizations holler about they're on the ground and they're doing things so that we can prevent. Show me. We need proof. See, the Black community, we fall for anything. I'm just being honest with you. We fall for anything. Yeah. If somebody say we're gonna help you, we'll jump on that bandwagon and then get hurt in the end. So again, that's my spill on it, and and again, a lot of this stuff is my opinion, but I'm saying only stuff so people can check out. If you think I'm wrong, go check it out. Go follow the trail, and it's going to show you that wow, that young man might be onto something. Yeah. So.
Okay. If you were, we already asked you that, who you was going to endorse, and you only said Moody.
Yeah, Moody. I said Moody. Again, just to keep the balance. Again, I hadn't seen anything since I've been going down to city council. I just seen, again, I see the back and forth. But again, show me, even yourself, tell me based on the because I got the list in my phone of the people running. Tell me 3 people on that list and tell me what they've done. And I'm not talking about the ones that running for that's on the school board is running, like Tillage and Clue Atkins. Have nothing. Yeah, they might be good, might be doing what they're doing but what have you done to warrant being an elected official at this level? Yeah. Nobody's done nothing, but everybody can sound good. And the young lady, Onyx, beautiful young lady, beautiful. And again, have nothing personally against none of these people, but we got to stop voting for people because their families are voting for them, or their family's connected to this family, or that's the friend of such and such, or because this person who's mad at the city council is pushing for this person. Do your research on these people. Or we going to be in the same problems next year, and I come back and do an interview with you, and you're going to say, Cedric, y'all still having the same issues. Who you going to vote for now? And I'm going to tell you the same thing. The person that's showing me some results. And again, Mr. Moody ain't your worst candidate. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not. But if y'all try to go out here and vote against him, you really gonna see some damage. There's no diversity on our council.
You got Moody.
Yeah, okay. He's a 5% or 95%. But they've shown that. And again, the problem is, again, we thought that a black council was going to do us some justice.
We sure did.
To be honest with us, let's be real. We got a black council.
We just knew they were going to do something for the children.
We're going to Parks and Recreation. I can show you pictures right now, and I don't mean to get off, and I don't want to get off in. I can show you pictures of the baseball fields in the city of Portsmouth that are supposed to be run by the Parks and Recreation Department. They are horrible, okay? I got somebody contact me yesterday, and I had to tell them, look here, I deal with gun violence.
Uh-oh.
But they wanted me to see these fields because you have all these people on this platform, on this city council, holler about, oh, we for the children. We got to do more. We got to open up the rec centers. And your baseball fields are horrible. The recreation fields, not the high school. They're blighted.
Well, yeah, high school baseball field horrible.
They're blighted. So again, but we're going to spend $6 million, and I used to coach football, and we're going to spend $6 million on football fields, where we can put $6 million in apprenticeship programs for the youth.
Yeah.
How hard? We're talking about real tangible stuff.
Yeah.
1% of the nation, you only can make it in, what's 1% chance of making it in the NBA or in 1%. And you tell them you're going to put $6 million in a football field? Yes, it's needed, but they don't even take care of the fields that they have now, let alone spend $6 million on football fields. And somebody heard one of the council members say, well, it's not just about the football field. It's about teaching the kids. Man, be quiet.
And not everybody plays
football. Girl, talk to me. That's real talk.
What about the people that don't do
yes,
it?
But again, I told you, black people, this is what we get caught up in, black people stuff. I'm just saying, we get caught up in it.
I watched that joint.
Yeah.
That's like when I was trying to tell people, CompTIA has no age limit in taking those exams.
That's right.
So when you're in high school, maybe your 9th grade, you do A+. Your 10th grade year, you do Network Plus. Your 11th grade year, you do Security Plus. And your 12th grade year, you work the system for the school. You save money maybe. And when you get out, you can get a job.
It's a process though.
But nobody wanted to hear me.
No.
They shut me up. You know, they shook their head, yeah, and then nothing.
But you see what the results are in 2022. Our school system is one of the worst. I don't care how they prove the budget for the school. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
That means nothing.
Yeah.
If the results ain't no good.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, but we got a beauty school.
Yeah, we got a beauty school. Again, black people stuff. What about coding? Nobody's talking about coding.
Yeah,
all areas of interest or other communities are talking about stuff that's going to land. There's going to be people that are doing in the next century. None of our kids are talking about coding.
But I do like beauty though.
Of course,
I like to get my hair and my nails done. That's
she's
not
shining over here.
We're not trying to say that's not good, but we want variety.
Yes,
you want to hit basic areas for all your children.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing your bright ones because they're overlooked because they bored. And you don't have anything.
I agree with you
for them. But basketball and football and beauty school.
Yeah, black people stuff. I mean, it may sound redundant, but again, we got to get away from just doing things. We need to see results.
Yeah.
In all facets. But again, we accept anything. We allow these people to do this stuff. Again, we're gonna be talking this next year.
I hope not.
I'm telling you, if the people don't rationalize who they're voting for, instead of look at the real candidates, which I don't know who, and I haven't done enough. I've done enough research, but I've done a little bit, and I scratch the surface on what they've done.
What about the Admiral guy? What's his name?
Is that Nathan? Is that,
Nah,
no,
not Nathan. Him no.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't recall his name again. He has the background as far as militarily, right? But again, just because somebody was in the service, I'm going to say this again. What have you been doing prior to all this stuff going on for the city of Portsmouth?
Mm-hmm.
We don't, that doesn't matter. Does that matter?
I think right now we're just trying to get rid of some people.
Well, again, getting rid of people don't make it better.
I think we're just trying to get rid of some people.
Well, I don't think, again, that's what I'm in the discrepancy. Two of the people going to probably, either the people going to take care of them or, and I don't mean no harm, but some of these people going to either forfeit themselves or the people going to come out and vote anyway, and vote them out. But again, it's like we rolling dice and hoping we hit 7.
Yeah. But we got to work with what we got.
Well, but again, that's why I say.
Until somebody comes around, you running?
No. No, too much mess.
You ain't running?
No.
Somebody got to come out and be the person.
Are you running?
Oh no, I don't like people.
All right, I'll vote for you.
I don't like people.
Well,
and I don't want to come to work every other Tuesday.
To deal with that.
I don't got to work. Y'all thought Louise, what was her name? Lisa Burke was bad. Y'all don't want me out there. It wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah.
You got any questions on your life?
Yeah.
What they got? What they saying?
About the youth outreach development, high school apprenticeships. Said a young man is on to something. Anybody got any questions? I know you do. She's actually my liaison out of Atlanta. She does all my documentation. Okay. She's helping us file C13 license so that we can do more, because I was one of those guys where I'm one of those guys where I don't want to use the city's money. I don't want y'all money. We can do it on our own, but we're coming to find out that you need resources, and resources is finances. Because to do the things that I want to do, that I consider to help crime, it's going to take resources, finances. And but right now, we don't ask our parents for not a dollar. And when we give away the portraits, it's out of me and my brother's Hector's own personal account. Because again, we want to show people that it's not about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's about the love that we have for our community. And it's transpiring to be, it's growing into something greater. And I know God is going to bless it. So again, but like for headstone, people don't have headstone. I feel like it's nothing wrong with people donating for that. And you can have tangible proof where I can show you results. Okay, here's the headstone, or here's this. There's a lot of organizations, and I'm asking, where are your results? That's all. If you're going to be an organization who is receiving funding for your city, all I'm saying is, what have you done? Show me some results. I don't want to be the world. They're gonna be mad at me now. Because people, why he worried about da. You just stay in your lane. All of this stuff matters.
Yeah, because you crushing kids' morale when you don't have that little award ceremony at the end.
Oh my God.
You damaging them when you don't get their little jersey for them.
I had yesterday again. I talked with one of the coaches of one of these organizations, and these baseball team, guess what? They never got trophies. They never had a banquet. So I'm looking at these people like, I know these, but again, because of they might be for some certain communities, they might not have the money, right? And I'm not saying it's because we're on live or whatever, but I told him, look here, let me contact my mothers, put it out there. Hey, send me the names of those kids. We're gonna have trophies for them in the next 2. Aww. See, it's nothing. We don't have those type of people.
Yeah.
Everybody's for attention seeking. So I say again, if there's an organization out there and you're saying that you have X, Y, and Z, and this is what you do, show us some proof. Connect us with you so we can give some of these parents who still have younger children who are afraid of the same people that killed their brothers and sisters. Some of them don't even want to go to school. This is some real stuff going on here, Nina. Mm-hmm. some real live stuff. That's why I say most of these people that are running, they don't know these people. They just running on a platform because gun violence is the issue right now.
Yeah.
Gun violence is the topic right now.
Well, in Portsmouth, gun violence has always been the topic.
Well, it's always been the top. Talk to me.
Always been the topic.
There's nothing new under the sun, right?
Yeah, but you just can't knock it. I mean, like Portsmouth only has 94,000 people, but that's due to, according to the last census, but the last census was cut short because of COVID.
That's right.
So we don't really know how many people out there.
There you go.
So when they be like doing all these statistics and whatnot, how you know?
You're right.
Because it's faulty. And then, like, I hate when they be like Portsmouth, because you got crime in Suffolk.
That's right.
You got crime in Virginia Beach.
That's right.
I just read something about Virginia Beach, somebody killing people out there. And you got crime in Chesapeake. Norfolk is the number one. I'll say it again. The number one in rapes. Who's going to do something about that? I don't hear anything about preventing that. You got the YWCA there. Wonder why. But it's like we're an easy target. You only have less than 100,000 people. Well, we don't know. We might have more.
And it takes away from, to me, because we're so small and because the attention is on us, we're the easy prey. It's easy to talk about us. And it don't make it in it don't make it any easier when, again, one of the young Pastor Hayes is saying, we're voting for people because of social association, because of my family know your family, and this is the such and such family. Let's gravitate to them. Let's go. This guy has a church. This guy, this woman has, her family is connected to everybody. And I'm trying to prevent myself from saying names, but we're dealing in reality. Yeah. But I'm dealing in reality.
Yeah.
And people are, I'm going to believe that people, I'm not going to believe people are sick and tired to November the 9th.
Yeah.
And when the results come out.
Yeah, that's
what it's going to say. They
see.
tied. If not, how about this? Why haven't they gotten all the votes, all the signatures for those? If they are trying to petition to recall these guys, it's only 8,000. You just told me it was 90 something. How many thousand?
Well, you need about 10,000 because you have to account for the people.
Okay.
Who are not there.
But
we got 94,000.
That's about 12% of the population.
Yeah.
So that should have been
done easy.
If that's what we really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But they hadn't got it yet. Why?
Yeah. Because people, they want to argue and fuss and complain. But they don't want to do nothing about it. You got to do something about it.
That's right. So,
or we going to still have the same old.
And that's why I stopped going down there. And I said that when my last time going to city council, I told them I won't be back in September. Because again, it's like I'm talking to a blank wall.
Yeah. And they'll say, stay back for a little while so I can talk to you. And then I see you again. I'll be like, did he just talk to you? So apparently what y'all talked about didn't quite work out, huh?
Pastor Hayes says, because you're black doesn't get it anymore. Come without an agenda and become a part of the solution. And again, that's not where we're at in Portsmouth right now. Because again, I heard another advocate, quote unquote, that's what they call themselves. I don't call myself none of that. I let people do that. I heard them still bringing up the issues of things that happened on the city council with certain people in the past. Look, man, we got to get past some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just stirring up more stuff.
Yeah.
Let's move on to see if we can get some of these things accomplished. I like what the mayor said as far as, I think he said it, I think when we had the news cast, when the news meeting came, he said something about we need to move forward and we need to do X, Y, and Z. Again, it's good to say, but if you come out here on these streets and there's a shooting every night in Portsmouth.
I see.
Nobody's talking about that.
I see.
I told them about ShotSpotter the first time they mentioned it.
And they said they was getting it. We ain't got it yet.
They have it in certain areas. But guess what?
They ain't
working.
Area. Oh, it's not working.
Know why it ain't working? Because again, it was supposed to be a deterrent. When a shot goes off, it's supposed to be immediately that the police will get a location. The problem is we don't have enough police. If we're scattered abroad
Mhm.
and a shot go off, you don't have enough police. What I told them, that machine shot spot or that device, it's not going to do you any good. But if you had CCTV,
you'd see.
you will see. But again, we don't want to spend the money on the people to man it, where you don't even have enough police officers. So why? I'm trying to figure out why can't we hire? If we can't hire police officers, hire some deputies, some people that connected to the law enforcement where they can. This is their job. All they do is watch CCTVs.
Yeah.
Tell me what if we don't have enough?
Yeah.
Where would that hurt our budget? It's nowhere it hurt us, because again, they'll be doing that, being a job, a service that we need.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I know we have those reset walks.
I've been in several of them.
You see any council members?
No, oh yeah, I seen Moody at the last one.
Moody was at the last
Yeah, he was at the one on Paul Revere. He was there. I've been at the one on Hickory. Wasn't there. Been going to one was at night at 5:30. Only reason I didn't go because I was coming here. And again, but I'll say this again about the reset walk, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just being honest.
Okay.
The reset walk is good, quote unquote, as visibility.
Okay.
But if a police knocked on your door in some of these neighborhoods, and you might not, the tag might not be right on your car. Stuff, this stuff, black people stuff. You ain't opening no door. Don't open that door. And that's what I think happened when we went to Paul Revere. They knew a whole lot of people was home because the cars was out there. But only 3 people opened the doors. And guess what they were? Elderly people. Yeah. And a young lady who said it happened in front of her house. And she said she called the police and told, but she said, nobody never contacted me back. So again.
What they doing?
What they doing, Nina?
How you investigate?
Sound good.
How you can't talk to the witness? Oh, well.
Sound good.
All right.
I'm just saying, sounds good, Nina. But again, I'm just the messenger. Yeah. But again, those are the things that I think that we need to do as far as pertaining to how can we curb the violence, because again, it's a certain pocket of people that's doing this, and guess what? They know it. The parents know it. The people know it. Yeah. But because of the fear factor, that I think the police can't protect me. Yeah. There ain't no victim protection program. I gotta still live in this neighborhood. I had a parent come from Prince George County. Oh, I'm sorry. Delete that. I had a parent come from out of state to come to her son's trial. Right? Uh-huh. They put her up in a hotel for 2 days, right? Just because they thinking, the case may only go, blah. They told her, we'll pay for your gas money, and later on you just pay for it and we'll reimburse you. It's unheard of. How you know she got a car first? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There should be a better system. There's no system. But only because it's happening in the black community, it's okay. If this wasn't gonna happen in no other community, I'm telling you right now. Either the people gonna boycott some stuff or do some stuff we used to do as black people, or they're gonna get out of them communities. We can't. When our people can't go, some of the people they can't go. They trapped. Yeah. And the city, this council know that. They know it. That's why we have the low turnout rate for voting. These people, they gotta go to work. They ain't got time for that. There's no interest in that. That's why I say November the 9th is gonna tell us all on where we're headed. Yeah. It really is. And again, I'm an optimistic person, but I'm a realist too. Yeah. No crime prevention plan. No. Don't tell me about it being a living document, because I'm living and don't mean I'm actually doing something. A document can't move, and if you let it be there, you can reference it. But if you ain't doing nothing on the document, what the hell is the document? Excuse me, why is the document there? Excuse me. Delete that. Yeah. It says, "Cause your blackness." Stay on the wall, bro. Yeah. Again, the city needs all of us, and I thank Nina for even inviting me, because they called me. Mr. Barnes, Councilman Barnes, called me crazy. But I presented him, I think he called me crazy, with a portrait of his cousin, a portrait of his cousin that got killed, right? That he didn't even support. I told you, it's easy to say other people are crazy than you. Then I go find out, oh, since he called me crazy, let me go see if he posted a man in the hospital, baby in the hospital. Well, the family don't deal with him. Oh. So again, we use it. See again, see how people using people's lives for their benefit.
I was mad with him anyway because on his Facebook, he blocked me then. But on his Facebook, he had put out to his followers, come to the city council meeting and let's talk about crime and tell them about crime, tell them about crime. But I was like, aren't you on the city council? Shouldn't you be passing some policies to help with the crime? So I feel like he was like playing on these people's hurt.
That's right.
And just to do nothing, to sit there and be like, they don't care, I care, they don't care. But if you care, where my policies at?
That's right.
That help with the crime. You on the council. So that's why he lost me. I was just like, and then he blocked me because I was like, I don't understand. You on the council. Yeah. What have you proposed? Don't tell me about that budget that you helped with the school board. That's cute. Yeah. But what about the crime that you had these people come out and they crying and people on their cell phones while these people is crying and opening their wounds?
What was this?
For you to do nothing at a city council meeting.
Oh yeah. But that's what they do. I mean, it's, all that is a formality. You know, they won't tell you that. But again, I told my parents the last time I went, it was just a blank stare in these people's faces. It's like we just got to get over this. We got to make it at 9:30. We got to make it. We got to make it. And it's just disheartening to see Councilmember Whitaker, the direction that he's taking. I don't know if he's dealing with some hurt with the system and how it treated him when he was going through his ordeal. But it's obvious what's going on. I mean, you got to be a fool to not see what's going on. But it's hurting the community, the citizens, not only the mothers who are experiencing the violence. It's hurting Portsmouth as a whole, because all you see is backbiting, fighting, power struggle. I'm this bravado man poking chest out. And again, what they did to Ms. Jones, him, and it was already pre-planned. And we can talk about it all day long. And like I said, I try to get past that. Yeah. I just will give Ms. Chapman an opportunity. But she came to our meeting and she said something she wanted to do, and the police and the interim chief said it. If they don't do it, you're gonna hear my mouth.
What they gonna do?
Well, she said she's gonna do rock the block.
Oh yeah, I
think they're gonna start in one of Burr Randall's communities, right?
Prentice
Park.
Right. Yeah, she said that at the city council.
Yeah,
she got her first neighborhood. So I want to see how that works out.
Again,
I'm watching.
Yeah, we're definitely watching. Again, substance. We need to see results.
Yeah.
But I don't think more the homicides happen in that community. I think she picked the wrong one. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
If more murders happen in one area, that's a no-brainer. That's where I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
Period. No, I mean that's what I would. But again, we're gonna give her an opportunity. She said something to the fact that she would help our organization with some counselors. Again, some of our parents have been through counseling 4 or 5 times, and they'll tell you. And next time hopefully I can get a mother up here and let them speak. But some of the mothers have already said that going to counselors did nothing for them. You know why? Because some of the counselors didn't have an experience what they've been through. They doing some theories and they going off book stuff. Yeah. But our meetings, you have 25 women that went through the same thing. The mothers have said that's more counseling in them than seeing a therapist, a professional therapist. Because the professional therapist is going to deal with only something in the book. They're going to deal with techniques and strategies instead of looking at the real person. You got parents in our meetings, they cry with each other. They'll stop talking and go hug people. You know what I'm saying? They wipe the tears off. they'll get in there and joking, and then the next parent will tell their story, and then the tears will flow. But I think that's a good avenue for a lot of parents, like Anitra Hampton and Shannon Carmack and Tina Tucker and Deborah Jones and so many other mothers. You know, Robin's son Bodine, Robin Parhammer. Son was killed at an intersection. Right, her son was killed at an intersection. No working cameras. Mm-hmm. But again, maybe if we had working cameras at those lights, guess what? We may have caught a murder. That's who did the murder. You had a lot of people out there, right? But guess what? Nobody said nothing. Mm-hmm. But the event started at a place of business of a person who has an organization's family business, but nobody's talking about that. Mm-hmm. But again, because you're not in the in crowd, see, you wouldn't know this, but I would.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And guess what? They had cameras at that building.
At the building.
And guess what? They didn't give them up.
They didn't give them up.
No, they didn't give them up. No, they didn't give them up.
So the business didn't get.
No, again, the business is Smart Water, but at night it was a shot house. Oh. Mm. But again, because of who the family is connected to, nobody's saying nothing. Yeah. So that mother has to endure the same pain of trying to find out who killed her son, and like other mothers. I mean, I could tell you stories about so many of our mothers, and their cases are still unsolved. The police can tell you, hey, such and such, we got such and such for it, but we don't have no witnesses. Mm. So it's hard to prosecute.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is. The police told one of my mothers, I think it Miss Anitra, that the man said he did it, but he ran and they picked him up and flipped the script and put it on the young man. But if you look at the evidence, it says otherwise. So that's why. And if I can say this on your live, the Freedom of Information Act, to any parent that has gone through experienced any type of gun violence or anything, or causes any harm to any of your family members, you can go apply application to that agency, like the police department, and let them know you want to see the investigative files so that you can see what are they doing. Okay. They're not going to give it to you, but they have to let you see what they're doing. A lot of mothers didn't even know that. Because I had a mother, I want to call her Miss Pitchford, her last name. They hadn't talked to her in a year. Her son's case is unsolved. But is it a prosecutor fight or the police? So here we go. And you talk to one and say, it's their fault. Talk to one, it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? It's a blame game. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of parents, again, they try to talk to the Commonwealth attorney, which is Stephanie Morales. How you feel about her? Since you want to ask me, how you feel about Stephanie?
I mean, I don't really know.
I mean, but you know that's the most powerful. The Commonwealth attorney is the most powerful.
But I feel like if we got all this going on, and people keep telling me that the people who are committing these crimes start off little, and she letting them out. I mean,
I'm just saying
you got to do better for us.
No, but again, because of the organization she's connected to, because of this certain high society people,
the sorority.
So you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I can go around and say I'm a Q and say, hey, do what I do, or let me be the one. You know, but they again, they're these people in Portsmouth and these people in Portsmouth. They don't care about these people down here.
And we gotta make them. That's what voting is for.
Well,
you gotta make them care about you.
They know that the people ain't gonna come out. I'm telling you, this is why they keep doing what they're doing.
That's why we're trying to change that. You got ride share. You know, trying to get you registered to vote. All you gotta do is let us know, because we want the people to matter again. Mm-hmm. That's our whole goal.
Amen.
That's why we exist. We bring these politicians here. You get to ask them whatever you want to ask them, because they work for you. And we're going to remind them that they work for you and me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think they brought the Attorney General here.
Yeah.
Again, if you're a grassroots person, which I don't consider none of that. I don't know what all that stuff mean, or stakeholder, what they call themselves now.
Yeah.
Having a discussion is over with. There are issues. What are we doing to fix it?
You see, I asked him.
Yes, you did.
I asked him because I want to know why you here.
Why you here? For the photo op?
Can you help us?
Can you help some of these
Tell
families?
me what you can do that's gonna help us. I asked him.
And what was did you feel like the answer was
No?
like,
I did not get a warm and fuzzy about why are you there. Like if you're gonna come, I'm all for it.
that's right.
You want to be a part of our solution? Come on down. But we tired of being used.
Mm-hmm.
We real tired. People come, we got this plan. I want to be a senator. I want to be this. I want to be school board. I want to be city council. But our children are still suffering. Our children are still bored. Our children are still killing each other. While you saying these nice, pretty things, our children are suffering. I mean, my baby grown, but I worry about her every time she leaves my door. We live on the good side of Portsmouth, but crime is everywhere. There was a dead body in my neighborhood last year. Somebody just dropped it off there, but it was still in my neighborhood. So it's like nowhere is safe. So now that they get in their mind that nowhere is safe, even Crystal Lake could get a murder. Somebody got hit in Crystal Lake, and the police didn't figure out who hit that child. So there is crime everywhere. I need everybody to understand it can happen to any one of us. I could go to McDonald's and get shot. Doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter. Because anything can happen. So why not, instead of waiting for it to come to your door, because all it's doing is escalate. As long as you're not paying attention to these kids get bolder and bolder and bolder. So eventually it is going to come to Crystal Lake.
That's right.
Eventually it is going to come to Green Acres, Sterling Point. Eventually it's going to hit all those neighborhoods, those $1 million houses, because they feeling bold. Because you've allowed it. Because it isn't bothering me. It's in those little neighborhoods. I don't have to worry about that. And they're not coming to my neighborhood. Well, they are.
Yes, they are.
Because they're getting bolder and bolder and bolder.
Yes, they are.
But I've learned that children, if you pay them attention, they tend to want to act right. They just want somebody to show they care. Now, not everybody. You do got them onesie twosies that are just wild like that. But majority of them, when I sit and I talk to them, I don't know why people want to talk to me, but they do. Really? And we talk about goals. We talk about crypto. We talk about all sorts of things. I can help the kid get a bank account at Bank of America. I was like, you don't have no bank account? Why are you standing in this line to cash a check? Don't you know they take 10%? Don't you want all your money?
They didn't know that. Child didn't know that. Or nobody taught him that.
No.
Wow.
I say, all you have to do is go to the bank and they'll open an account.
That's right.
Pick one, Navy Federal, if you got somebody related. You got all them banks, them Chartways and all that other stuff. Just go to the bank and open an account. You 18. And you cashing a check. At this supermarket or whatever it was, the Red Store or something like that. Huh?
Well, I think, again, a lot of that stuff is learned behavior. They maybe see their parents doing that, and they think they haven't been trained, and it's all about training it. And again, that's why I'm an advocate of starting, I am in 4 trade schools. Why? Because the job that I have right now, you can start off at $25 an hour if you did some of at the lowest level.
Yeah.
18, you don't have to wait to make fast food money, and there's nothing wrong with fast food.
Yes,
But some of these young people
I
got
like
kids.
food.
You know,
Yeah, I like it very much.
a lot of
McDonald's.
a lot of these people got kids, right?
Yeah.
And some of these guys are involved in things that a fast food place ain't gonna be able to afford them the opportunity to do what they want to do for the children. But there's no opportunity to say, all right, I'm gonna stop doing this. Where do I go for help? Where do I go for work? There's nothing.
Workforce Council, Next Gen.
Where's that at?
They got a website.
In Portsmouth?
I'm gonna post it. It's not in Portsmouth. Well, actually, it is. It's in all the Hampton Roads. So the Workforce Council right now, if you want to be a merchant marine, got a program, and you could get $9,000 sign-on bonus.
That sounds great. But again, where is the information? How you told me, where is the information? How does a young man who's struggling to figure out what he want to do get that access to that information? Again, there's no access.
Yeah.
And with no access, guess what? Continue to do crime.
Yeah.
Continue to act the donkey, as my granddad would say.
Yeah.
Continue to act the fool. Since y'all don't want to help these people out, I don't know where y'all think this thing will change. It's not going to change. Talking and I posted the other day about Newport News. They gave a free workshop. If you came out, they would pay for the apprenticeship program. Well, not apprenticeship program, but to enroll in any plumbing, HVAC, some other trades, and they would also help you
with the AC and heating
game
is a killing.
But could you imagine us having those things in Portsmouth? A school?
Create your own business if you don't like working for people, because you will always have business. AC and heating.
That's right.
Always, because there's always a backup. Always.
I just imagine them having that. I just want to see some things put in place where we talk about and we see it to see the results come from it.
Yeah.
But talking about Christopher Wood, I've been telling him since last February about cameras at the lights. All he do is repeat what I say. Well, can we look into who's responsible for this? Man, you should be able to say, Cedric, this part of the city is responsible for the lights. We demand that these lights be fixed. We demand that the street lights in some of these communities, more lighting, but they don't. They repeat what you like a broken record.
Yeah.
And the last time I was there, I ain't gonna lie. It's like the record broke for me. That was enough for me. Yeah, it was enough. I said, you know what? I need to focus a little bit more on what we're doing and go out and do more, because me coming here for 3 hours, listening to the bickering and the bite and no real results coming, it ain't doing me no good. It's just stressing me out.
So now we got to just figure out a way around them.
We got to figure out
you got to adapt.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to do.
And again, with this platform that you're using, I'm hoping that instead of people talking, we go out and create these things that we need. Yeah. Because we need more. I can't do it all. You can't do it all. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, but again, it takes courage to step out there, out of your comfort zone, and then go to a community that you're maybe not from, to say, here, I'm here to help. Yeah. But again, that's not what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And we got those gun buybacks, and I know they do not solve all your problems.
Right.
That is not the purpose of the gun buyback. We coming to your neighborhood. It's okay to come talk to us so that we can see where we can fit in.
Mm-hmm.
I know sooner or later we'll probably start handing out food. But right now, the purpose of our gun buybacks, yes, to get guns off the streets. Your parents, you want to go in your kids' room and get their gun? We're okay with that.
Yes.
Turn it in, and we'll ask no questions at all. Little Johnny got a gun. You don't know where he got it from. Bring it to us. We'll take it. But at the same time, talk to us. I promise you, we'll try to figure something out with you.
I think it's you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And most people who don't like it, they not even haven't got in the race of nothing. They ain't racing for. They ain't put themselves in a position to do nothing. It's always the people that don't like something that ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. oh, you should see our Facebook. Did you have a 506? I'll be like, man, we got a city ordinance. All that you talking about don't apply. Then you get all this laughter and we clowns. And you know what? We still going out there.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They don't even live in the in the places we going.
That's right.
They don't even live. So why are you mad? They keep your guns. We not going in nobody's houses and taking their guns. If you don't want to give it to us, we not taking them.
Yeah, this is just we're living in a different time now. And again, I my parents love to say this. If this knocks on your door, your title that you have don't mean nothing.
Death don't care.
All the access that you have, the money, it don't mean nothing. That young man who died, white guy, this lawyer from Portsmouth, but he lived in Atlanta, came here.
Oh yeah, I saw that. And the mother was trying to figure out who killed her kid.
They got it on film, Nina. They got it on film.
Oh,
They got it on film. Again, that incident that happened. And again, and this is where the problem come in with again. When he was a Caucasian young man, and yes, it's a horrible situation. Court TV got in contact with me, right? They couldn't contact his mother, so you know me, I already did a picture, so I got the mother's number. I get it. I ended up giving them the picture to move it, and so they contacted mother, and they did a. If you haven't seen Court TV, they actually did a segment on him. A whole segment, live, nationwide segment. They were supposed to do something on our mothers. But again, they didn't. They reneged. You already know.
They made sure, old boy, we're going to find this killer.
They used us to find them, the mother.
Find that killer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They use, again, the system is set up for us to fail. It is. It is what it is.
But you gotta adapt and overcome.
Yeah, you gotta adapt and overcome. But we don't have our own. We have our own media. We talk about Tyler Perry and his big production, but you still don't see. You see a lot of negative stuff coming out with a lot of these programs. Black people just either we in the church being crooked in television shows, either we're in the restaurant business doing drugs, selling drugs, and becoming politicians, or we. There's so much stuff that we're displaying, and it's making us look like animals.
Yeah,
it's making us look bad.
Yeah,
they have the same thing, but we're too far behind to get to use those, to have those things keep pushing us backwards. We're too far back to keep getting pushed backwards. It's affecting our movement forward, but you don't. All you see now on some of these websites, death. It ain't no thing that come on your phone now that don't talk about somebody getting killed, somebody dying. So it's being embedded in us. It's the norm now. Stuff that Black African Americans have been dealing with for all these many years. Now it's knocking on the doors of so many normal people.
Yeah. And then folks always be like, well, where are the mothers? They working.
They working.
They at work, trying to make sure that we get food, clothes, heat, AC. They at work. So it ain't like they want their kid to be running wild. Mm-hmm. They just want their kid to have some stuff.
That's right.
So I'm a single mother. So I get real mad when folks be like, well, where's the parent? Well, look, gotta work.
Yeah.
Now I understand there's work-life balance, but especially with stuff going up, everything up. Gas.
That's right.
Dominion, everything is up. Clothes, food, everything. Price went up. So we at work. That's where we are. Yeah. Where's the father? Okay. Some there, some not. What we supposed to do? Wait? That's not what we do.
That's right.
We push on and we raise our children the best that we can. Now, if you got some suggestions, you want to help, come talk to us. But all that other stuff, it's the parents' fault. It's that. No, we don't want to hear that. Help us.
Yeah,
how about that?
That's right. I agree with you on that. It's an old slogan in our fraternity: excuses are tools of incompetence. that build monuments of nothingness, and those who seldom use them are only good for excuses. At this moment, I have none. Stop using excuses, people.
Yes.
We find any excuse or the blame game. Oh, we ain't got no daddy or the mother. Oh man, come on, it's 2022. It's people killing their parents now.
Yeah.
That's well off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're reciprocating things of other cultures now. African American. We're doing things that my grandparents, we would have never done that. You know what I mean? That's why our grandparents say some of this stuff. Yeah. Oh, we would have never done that.
Yeah.
Because there were people there to check us for certain things. You better not check none of these children. You better be on the unsolved murder list.
Yeah. Be careful.
You gotta be careful. So again, we're fighting a condition it just seems like it's a never-ending battle. But again, I'm optimistic. Call me whatever you want. I believe that my mother's gonna get justice. Why? Because we're gonna keep that pressure on these people. We're gonna keep their name alive. Yes. And one thing I can tell the parents who are experiencing somebody losing a loved one, you're the greatest voice for the voice that they can't hear anymore, which is your child. I told the parents in our clubhouse meeting last night, you're the greatest voice for your child. And if there were a fighter, like you say that he was just a rough. If he was a fighter when he was alive, let him be a fighting spirit through you, and fight until you can no longer fight no more. Yeah. Because when you quit fighting, that's when they're gonna pull your file and take it to the back, and they're gonna forget all about your son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it shouldn't be like that, but that's how they do. Because they got so many more.
You got so many more because it's gonna come. It's coming.
So many more
to replace it.
Yeah.
I have a mother. I got a mother. I'm not gonna say her name. Her son got killed. Right. The police had an idea on who may have done it. Blah blah blah. And these gang people, whatever, they tormented the mother and the family. And the mother would reach out for help, and they could get no help.
No respect at all.
Oh, we're gonna come by and ride. The police, we'll come by and ride by your house. Do you know the kids now? I'm giving a little tool. There's an app on your phone that you can download, the Portsmouth City scanner. Police. Yeah. They listening to that. What? I'm gonna tell it all. Forget it. So by the time y'all get there, guess what?
They left.
They already know you either how long you're gonna be or.
I'm gonna need y'all to change the channel.
Yeah. Again, technology is a great thing, but it's been a bad thing in some instances, you know. But again, these are the conversations that nobody's gonna talk about. If you listen to a lot of these mothers, you know what I'm saying, even we're trying to change some things, you can get some results, but they're not talking to the mothers. They're talking around the mothers.
Yeah, and I saw
it makes no sense.
They had this powwow or whatever, and I looked in the room and I was like, these people don't look like they got kids. I mean, not to say older people can't have children, but they didn't look like they had children. But they got on the news and they did that summit for Portsmouth. You know, what I would like to see is politicians coming to talk to the mothers, coming to talk to the deceased. And then I want you to tell these mothers to their face what you gonna do for
That's
them.
Right. There you go.
That's what I want.
Well, I'm glad you said that. We're gonna we want to invite all the candidates in Portsmouth to our event. And I want to invite you also. Okay. If you come out on, I think we'll meet August the 17th.
August the
17th.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, August 17th. We're gonna invite all the candidates.
All candidates.
I'll get on the email. Yeah.
City council. Yeah. I'm gonna be there. Are you gonna be there? Yeah. August 17th. What time? At
6:00. 3516 Winchester Drive. There's a Hope Village Church. We're gonna invite them out and let them speak. See a lot of people. And I should have bought portraits, but I didn't know how big. She has a nice place, y'all. This is real nice.
We only got this room for him. Yeah. You know, I mean, that little cubby hole, because I didn't know who he was going to bring.
Yeah, this is real nice. But I think people need to touch some real people and see some real people.
Yeah.
This is real, people.
I need people to understand that. This in theory.
Yeah.
I want to run for this position. It's going to be like the dude from Power.
This is real people that you messing with. Your policies affect real people.
Yes. One of the mothers said they don't want to help because then who's to blame besides the mother? Good God Almighty. And that's one thing I get tired of, Nina. You hear so many people talking about, well, how does the mother raising them? Like you said, you're a single mother, your daughter's probably doing well. I mean, I don't know you. I don't, as far as your personal life, but you know what you had to go through.
Yes.
And I like to tell people, some of y'all daddies are sad. All these fathers are sad. Can I say, I ain't wrong for saying that?
Just don't curse.
I ain't gonna curse. Some of these dads are sad because I would be standing with my son's mother, whether I'm with you or not. If my son got killed, look at Trayvon Martin mother and father. Yeah, they should. I don't know their personal situation, but they stood together. Because it was national, maybe, but they set the standard. Yeah. And it's no excuse why these fathers ain't standing with some of these mothers, going to some of these meetings. And believe it or not, Nina, a lot of the family members ain't even standing with some of these mothers. That's where a lot of more hurt. So now you talking about compounding hurt. You know, you got to deal with some of the family members may know who did it. Picking sides, you know. And that's what Portsmouth has become. That most people say a pick and choose city. You pick a side and you stay there. You choose a side, and be careful because you might not be able to go to that side. Or I went to the court again. I can only talk about what I've done with these families. With the court, I'm greeting everybody. Oh, hey, how you doing? And I ain't even got to my parent that I'm going to support. So I get to them and I turn around as the people that I know son who killed my mother's son. And I know them very well. But I didn't know I thought they were, what y'all doing? I didn't ask no questions. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. But then I get the ugly eye. Are you on that side? Because it is unseen tears.
And I don't understand why people be like mad at you
when
they did wrong.
Mad at, yes.
Your child was wrong. When my child is wrong, my child is wrong. And we're going to talk about it and we're going to fix it. And the pattern starts early. So when you ignore little Bobby and little Sarah cursing when they 3, because it's funny. It's cute. That's all. No, we need to talk to little Sarah and little Bobby and say, nah, we can't be saying these words. You too young for all this.
Yes.
I mean, all that stuff, all that bad behavior. Oh, he'll outgrow it. Oh, she'll outgrow it. Nah, it only get worse.
You
gotta nip that in the bud.
That's right.
And I get it. Sometimes you're just tired. You done spent 12 hours at work. You come home, Bobby acting up. Just go to your room. You don't get to have that discussion, that bonding moment, because you're tired. So it just be like so much to do. And in the end, your kid done kill somebody. You feeling like, what did I do wrong? But at the same time, you don't want to be blamed. So you ignore that fact. But you can't ignore that fact. It's you. That's you. That child is a reflection of you. Someone left. And you got to figure it out. Get them to turn themselves in if they did something wrong. I mean,
I had a every time you say something, my mind just go back to some of the instances where a homicide could have been prevented and this is a real instance, if a mother would have turned her son in, but her other son ended up getting killed because they couldn't get to that individual. That's why I say this thing is real. This ain't power. This ain't with all them other programs that's on TV. This is real live stuff going on in the city of Portsmouth.
Real people.
You can touch, you can feel. They're scared to death. Some parents didn't even were afraid to come to my meetings because the killers were still out there and they were afraid that they've been tormented by some of these people so much the 16-year-old boy got killed at the sportsplex. The gang members or whomever going after the grandmother. She'll tell you, Cedric, what did I do? And I don't. These people some evil stuff going on in Portsmouth. But again, these are the topics that don't nobody talk about. They don't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, all these organizations that saying they in the mix of this stuff. I had talked to and I'm blasting these people. You know why? Because they full of it. I got to say it. I got it full of it, Nina. Because if a man tell me that he talked to a gang member that you know killed somebody, right?
When did you turn him in?
And you 40-some years old, but you know you still in the streets and you still playing around with them people. Come on, man.
You turn him in.
Yeah, but that's why some people can't take some of these guys serious, especially some of the parents. How you if they're these we got. I don't know if you've seen the list of organizations that are getting paid or.
Oh, I saw that list.
But you can't. Nobody has a number you can call to say.
No, you don't.
Can I get a resource?
No, but you got the list.
It's a list though.
It shows who's in there.
Yeah, so hopefully Ms. Chapman can
get us some numbers.
Get us some numbers and because I ain't got nothing sent. I ain't got none yet. Zero. I ain't got a number yet. Not one number. Now, what they'll do is they'll bash me for saying something about them. But I only say this if you got something that can help my family member, just help us. Yeah, tell us. I don't care about what you do.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening. But again, that's why you're going to keep hearing seeing the reoccurring things happen in the city of Portsmouth. So the question you asked again, who am I going to vote for?
Who are you going to vote for? Moody.
Moody.
There are two other slots.
That's
two other slots.
Boy.
I don't know who I'm voting for.
See, look.
But there are three. Let me tell you who I'm not voting for. Nah. But y'all should already know that.
One of the mothers said, nobody reached out to me but you, and thank you every day. Well, again, we're blessed to be in you guys' lives. And again, we got several mothers that the police or the Commonwealth Attorney never reached out to. And when they reached out to him, it was after we said something. Mm-hmm. And when they reached out to him, it was nothing tangible. You can tell them. Mm-hmm. We're doing all we could do. Mm-hmm. We're doing X, Y, Z. So that's why I asked you, Commonwealth Attorney. That's believe it or not, if you look statistically, that's the most powerful person in a city. Yes.
I'm gonna need her to do more than live off the reputation that she put a white dude, the police officer, in jail for shooting the kid.
Yeah,
that's nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
But work goes on.
But come on, that was how many years ago?
Yeah.
And we still living off that. I'm gonna need her. It's okay. I get it. Black people are mistreated and all that, but some of these people deserve it. Some people deserve to go to jail. Lock them up. It's all right. We okay with it. Ask us.
You can't. But again, you can't. Don't say nothing about these people. Because you know why? The next day you'll find they'll bash you. They'll do this and they'll do that. And that's why I say the politics important, not just the council people, but with all the other yonders of government. They playing games with us people.
With our lives. I mean, they bash us. They tell us that we are a Republican front, but I promise you, I am not a Republican. I promise you, I did not. I mean, I had to go with the party line.
That's right.
But I did not vote for Youngkin. I voted for Princess because I didn't like the other guy either. Because I felt some type of way. Like, you had Justin Fairfax. Most people who are the governor goes on to run for governor.
That's right.
The lieutenant governor runs for governor. But not Justin Fairfax, huh?
Yeah.
Why is that? And then you dig the white man all the way from the grave who already served and didn't do nothing for the Black community. But now he got a plan for the Black community. Well, why didn't you enact that plan when you had the job?
There you go.
But okay. Hey, and then I got all sorts of, you that. I'm sorry. But I ain't voting for him.
That's right.
You this, you that. Oh, it came from every other way. First of all, if you're a member of the Hampton Roads Black Caucus, even I, the vice president, get one vote. That's it. One. That's all I get. And then everybody else that's a member
they get one vote, and the majority gets the endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
All I got is one vote. And if you're not a part of it, if you don't like who we endorsing, maybe you need to join so you can vote. Because that's how we get endorsements.
And we joined because of this, the need and have to learn in the process. See, a lot of people don't know the process. They don't know.
One vote. That's all
one
I got.
Vote. They would think you doing all the casting the main vote.
That's all I got. The president, one vote. That's all he get. One. And after that, he done. Majority wins. And then I was like, let's ignore all the years that they voted for Democrats. This is like the first year the top level was Republican. All the other 11 years, because we're going to ignore.
That's right.
All 11 years that it was Democrats that had the top.
Yeah, one mother says, no one reached out to me. I go downtown asking, is there any information on my son, Killer? They tell me no, it's sad and hurtful. I'm going to solve my son's case myself. They haven't reached out to us, mothers, but your unseen tears shirt. But to your unseen tears shirt, sad. Yeah, sad. That's right.
It is.
It's sad. And these are mothers who've lost a loved one.
And we're gonna have to work on that.
You know, these are real people.
We're gonna have to figure this out because I need them. I know they short staffed, but you got people that's sitting in that building, and that's all that they do is sit in that building. So since they sitting in there anyway, they can make a phone call.
That's right.
And give you an updated status.
That's all they want.
You're just sitting there anyway, especially the clerk at the window.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
You can create, but again, have you seen times where people, they create positions for certain cities? You can create a position and you can look for volunteers. Let it be a mother.
Yeah.
Let it be a mother. If you want to volunteer your time and, you connect us to some of the parents and you keep a database. But again, we're more creative about Bitcoin and all this other, but again, we got social issues still going on, and that's great to have those. But we need tangible things that can yield results, and the parents are not seeing the results. 2 years going by, 5 years going by, trial. The guy got found not guilty, and the trial, all the witnesses gone. Second-degree murder, man walk. He has a gun, shoots a person, drug dealer, everything else, but guess what? Walks. All the witnesses disappear. People move, California, Massachusetts. Again, and you want people to testify against these people.
Yeah.
Nina, again, it's got this stuff, and every time I say something, it happens. It's gonna knock on people's door that y'all would have never thought this thing gonna knock on. Watch what I tell you.
And we're not wishing it.
No, I'm not wishing it.
But it's the way.
It's the pattern. How it's going.
It's going. We just think you're ignoring it because it's not bothering you.
That's right.
It ain't bothered me yet, but I want to stop it before it bothers me.
That's right. And I'm glad this is how you cover yourself. You got to get in. You can't wait until something happens to get involved. You got to get involved now. And that's why, again, that's one of the reasons we got involved, because it was too much. It was one of those things, God, I prayed and I asked God to give me the strength and give me the ability to withstand the blows that was going to come after doing something like this. I've been threatened. My kids have been threatened. Yeah. Because remember, there were probably 6 to 8 unsolved murders in Portsmouth. That means it's 6 to 8 people that killed somebody. Either they're already dead or they on the street. That's serial killer type stuff. Yeah. But because it's happening in the Black community, it don't matter. They're gonna kill each other.
Black people, black on black
crime.
Now, what is that? Black on. That is crime. That is not black on. We don't say white on white crime. It's crime, and it need to be solved.
3 years for me next year, August the 6th.
Oh man.
He died on National Night Out 3 years ago. He died on National Night Out. He got killed. Deborah Miss Jones' son, and he got killed by his stepson. And they're again prolonging the case. It's prolonging. Been going 3 years now. They know who did it.
And they ain't have a trial yet.
Well, they just re-indicted him, and he's in jail, but the parents should have been indicted also, because it was so much evidence that showed that he didn't do it by himself.
Yeah.
So they was, it's a cover up, But again, you wouldn't think this is TV. You would think you're looking at TV, Nina. Some of the stories that these mothers could tell you, you'd be like, "Oh no, what? Are you serious?" Like the young lady, Miss Everett, her 7-year-old daughter got killed. She hadn't heard nothing. 7-year-old baby in Portsmouth got killed. Nobody's saying nothing. You're supposed to have a trial. They get the parents hyped up for a trial, and then nothing. Oh, we got to go back to the drawing board because this witness didn't show up. We got it. And you talking about 2-3 years have passed, and parents come to court, and then something happened. It's like reliving the death all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know the subjects that I speak about, they're sad, but how you think the mothers feel?
Mm-hmm.
They got to live with this on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changes. Some of them have anxiety and post-traumatic syndrome, can't sleep disorders. And I didn't realize it, how real it was until you really embrace these people, man. And when I do the portraits, we do it for healing. We don't do it for the gloat, unseen tear. No, we all in it now. We in the mix now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We doing everything for we advocating, not just only advocating, we standing up for we going downtown talking to the prosecutors. And if we can't, we're gonna stand outside and picket. And yeah, they will get backlash from us and they'll try to talk about us. But guess what? As long as you talk to the parents, I don't care what you do. Don't make no difference to me.
Yeah.
These parents ain't heard nothing.
That's not right.
Come on.
Again, you're getting paid by our tax money.
Remind them.
Our tax money is paying you.
That's right.
The mothers are paying you.
That's right.
So I'm gonna need them to be treated better.
And again, I think that if I'm not mistaken, the police department in the homicide division, they might have 3 or 4 detectives. All these murders.
He was saying that, I forgot somewhere. I was watching him talk, the interim city
Jenkins.
And he was saying that there's like 2 or 3.
I ain't even bring my book because when I stopped writing them, it was 6 or 7. There was been multiple murders happen.
Because I know we were, I was happy that they got the $50,000 so now that they can compete. The entry level is $50,000 so now that the police can compete with the surrounding cities.
Mm-hmm.
And that was thanks to Miss Angel Jones, who was budgeting and found that money. Now I need her to find that money for the sheriffs. But, she gone. So maybe this Chapman lady can do it.
Well, again, we definitely gonna find out. And if she can't do it, and there's a new counsel, if they fire her, she's still gonna benefit.
Nope, because she only get that 400. Gotta pay attention when the people talk. She only get 400,000 if she's fired with no cause. Who determines no cause? The moment she fired the other chief, and you ain't been there long enough to know his performance, you have gave city council doubt, a reason to doubt.
See, I need to read that. That's why I would love to read the contract. Is that public information?
The contract? No. But they was talking about it at the city council, and I was paying attention, and everybody's in an uproar. You giving her 400,000, but then he said without cause. I say, well, that's easy. She gonna jack that up. So the moment she fired dude, she lost $400,000. The moment she fired. Now, anything else she do from this point on, city council could be like, well, I've lost confidence. Fire somebody else. I mean, they're not interfering.
You don't think that's gonna happen with a new city council when they sway the vote? I really think it's gonna happen.
They gonna fire her?
They're not gonna. They fired.
They might not fire her unless they find out Miss Jones coming back. If she ain't coming back, might as well.
I just think it's a revolving door, man. We promise it's gonna be a revolving door.
And I don't like that because, like, you firing that police chief, the old police chief. Now you got a new police chief.
keep him, make him the police chief. And so people can nobody wants to come here because they're gonna get fired. Nobody wants to come here to be fired. That lady done moved from wherever she was, Maryland,
Galvesburg, Maryland,
having the time of her life up there, moved all the way down here to get fired.
Sad.
For no reason. And then I listened to the man talk about how, pretty much summing up, these aren't his exact words, she was doing whatever the mayor told her to do. Okay, but now you telling the new chick what to do. So it's okay for you,
there you go,
to do it, but not the man. Even though I didn't even see what he was talking about, he was just talking. But
drama.
I'm just
some more drama that I've heard. I don't want to say it on this podcast, but there's some more drama just getting unfold with if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Dr. Whitaker and the city manager. Somebody called me and told me something. I said, I don't believe in gossip. If you don't have any proof, I don't want to hear it. They just say sit back and wait. That's what they told.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sit back and wait.
It's all well and good as long as we don't give him $5 million. Because if you give him $5 million,
$5 million for what?
He's suing the city.
Well, I'm not. Are you serious?
He's suing the city
for
$5 million. Apparently, they bought this patch of land, and then it was supposed to be used for something. And the old council, denied to changing it to single family or apartment. It was apartments probably. So they denied that. So they lost some money. He went bankrupt and all that other good stuff. So now they just approved the patch of land for multifamily use. So now he's suing the city because, but it's a whole different council though.
Yeah, that's right.
Totally different people. So, but I was like, okay, so you better not win.
I got to look that up. I haven't heard that. That's something new.
And y'all better not settle out of court.
Well, they gave my girl $300,000, and the other participants at the statue was. Do you think that money was warranted?
They would have lost if they went to court. The lady didn't say they was not guilty. They said she's not gonna prosecute. There's a difference between I'm not gonna prosecute and you're not guilty.
Who the one said they wouldn't prosecute?
The Commonwealth Attorney Morales. So there's a total difference between I'm not gonna prosecute and you're innocent.
Well,
so had you went to court, you would have lost.
But again, here we go again. The pattern. Here's a pattern again with the Commonwealth Attorney, which again, a lot of these grassroots organizations are aligned with these people. I'm telling you, this is what it is. They either feared her or they friends.
But it's not really, because that would have been a hard case to win. First of all, you got to get a jury of your peers. You had the police there the entire time watching.
I'm talking on the Commonwealth side where she's saying she's not going to prosecute them. They people could have got prosecuted.
I know, but you wouldn't have won that case.
They wouldn't have won it, but
that's a losing case right there. I wouldn't have prosecuted.
Is it warranted $300,000 though?
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't have. They didn't go to court for that. When they sued, they should have went to court for that suit. They settled that suit out of court. And had they went to court, they would have lost. So, Stephanie Morales don't have nothing to do with that suit. So, and they probably wouldn't have had it in the city of Portsmouth. They probably would have went to Chesapeake.
Yep.
And they would have really lost. Chesapeake don't fight. But because the lady didn't say you're not guilty. The lady said, I don't want to prosecute. That's two different things. You still guilty. You still on camera.
But I'm saying, why didn't she prosecute? That's the question. The
original crime? She would have never won that court. How you gonna be? How do you defend?
This is what the mothers are saying. That's why I want you to stay right there.
Okay.
You just said they would have never won that case. These are what the mothers are saying too, because that's what they're saying to some of the mothers. Why should I take this to court? But
that's different. That's a murder.
No, again, let the jury decide, not you.
The murder. That's a murder.
Or any crime. Don't.
Just any crime.
Well, not any crime, but a crime of that nature that cost the city how much money?
I don't know.
Well, some thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It cost them a lot of money.
Yeah.
So why not go through the process. But because who the people are, who are some of the people from the NAACP who probably voted for Senator Luke, those persons that were they had those charges. I just thought it could have. If this mother was a
Senator Lucas, she would have got justice. They would have found
that prosecutor they've been out here looking day and night for the killer. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
So you can't pick and choose who you prosecute. I'm just saying. And because it was a black, they felt like Robert E. the statue. That statue I'm 40-some years old.
I didn't even know the statue was.
I didn't know them.
I didn't know that it was a Confederate. I just thought it was ugly and it was taking up parking spaces. I didn't know anything. And then my whole thing with the Lucas thing was like, all she said was, they're going to paint it and you can't arrest her, and went on about her business. I don't think she should have been arrested. Maybe the other cats.
I agree with you on that.
The other cats, fine.
I agree with you on that.
They broke the law.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But the police was standing around watching them break the law.
Yeah, because the police was scared. They want enough of them.
They
didn't have enough.
But before the crowd got big, the chick said, you can't arrest them. She didn't say.
That's right.
Keep on messing with the statue. You let them 4 people paint the statue, then you send them on their way. You block the statue and you send people who come along away. That's critical thing. That's why I didn't like Green. She didn't critically think. This wasn't the job for her. Because had you been a critical thinker, that's what you would have done. You would have been like, all right, y'all had some fun. Go on home now.
But don't that sound familiar? It sounds like what happened in D.C. It sounds familiar to me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They destroyed government property or city property. I don't care what your feelings are. Again, I'm not rooting for these people.
The January 6th. And my whole thing with that is, again, we waste the money. You doing all these trials. What you gonna do now? We already know he guilty. Now what?
Now what?
You gonna have this trial. We find him guilty. Then, we had the trial.
That's right.
What you gonna do?
Nothing.
So I don't understand this point. They got what's her name? Elaine L'Oreal. She not in our district, but she in Virginia Beach. That lady ain't done nothing for Virginia Beach. But now all of a sudden she in front of there and they blowing it up. She did great asking these questions. And I looked at her going, I ain't seen nothing all that.
Absolutely nothing.
Spectacular. I was just like, this is a waste of time because they ain't gonna do nothing.
That's right.
Trump's still gonna run in 2024. I'm still not gonna vote for him. Hopefully Biden not gonna run.
But who's out there? There's a candidate. Again, why we wait so late to push and do
to tell us about something?
Yeah,
he should be working right now to get my vote.
That's what I'm saying. Well, again, Portsmouth, you asked again. I go back to your question. Cedric, who you gonna vote for? All those 11 candidates, and I'll say again, Moody.
The end. There's 2 other slots though.
Well, again, I'm gonna
need all y'all to try and get this man's vote.
Yeah, on the second, not just my vote, because I can't vote. The mothers and the family members of the mothers of the victims who've been
I'm gonna need y'all
killed.
To show us.
Yeah. So we invite y'all.
We need to vote.
August 17th,
6
o'clock at 35 Hope Village Church. Where we meet at every third Wednesday of the month, and you come and talk to the family members and the victims who have been affected.
Now, don't be coming up there with no book. We want to know.
I don't know
what you going to do
and what you've already done.
And don't be hiding just because you don't have answer these questions. Come August 17th.
August 17th.
Ready to answer those questions. What you going to do and what have you done?
And it's open to the public.
And it's okay if you haven't done anything, but I'm going to need a plan.
What plan do you have?
What plan do you have?
There you go, Nina.
That's it. Don't hide because you ain't done nothing. But
that's right.
Everybody can change. Now's your time to change.
That's right.
So come on to August 17th and talk to the mothers and tell them because they deserve it.
That's right.
They deserve to know. They are the people. Your policy going to affect them.
That's right.
So come on, August 17th. We're going to have to wrap this up. We're going to be here 3 hours or whatnot talking about this stuff. We got to, shut it down. But the key pointers,
August 17th
August 17th.
at 6 p.m.
3516 Winchester Drive in Portsmouth, Virginia.
What's that building?
It's Hope Village. It's called Hope Village.
Hope Village.
Hope Village.
August 7th. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna be watching.
Our website, I can call our email us at unseentears2021@gmail.com.
Let me write that down.
Okay. You can also call us at 757.
What is it? Unseen
Tears.
Tears.
2021.
2021
at gmail.com. Our phone number is 757
757
799 5915. 5915. Neo Hector Stallings or several of the mothers, there's so many of them. So we invite anybody out, especially these candidates that are saying they're running for. We want to see a plan. We want to see what you plan to offer.
Because we've already hired people who told us some nice, pretty stuff.
That's
They're
right.
going to do something for our children. They're going to open some rec centers that are raggedy and some old junk. We tired.
Yeah.
We tired. So I want y'all to think about your plan. And we about to wrap this up, okay, y'all? We got any more questions before I go?
No.
Before I roll?
Nah, appreciate everything. Appreciate the invite.
All right. So August 17th, hope to see all of our candidates there.
Amen.
6 p.m. Y'all have a good night.
Stay blessed.